one of the questions I often get asked is, you know what? I have a number of different Microsoft accounts for different businesses I work for, different universities, different school districts. So you might have lots of different logins. And how do I deal with that without having to always sign in and out of Teams? So that's a great question. And I've got a couple of ways that I have used to kind of overcome this need. So first, I'm going to do the easy one first, and that is to set up profiles in Microsoft Edge. Now, there's a little caveat here. If you need to always use the desktop app when you're using Teams, you have to use the desktop app when you log into one or more of your accounts, then you're going to want to wait to the second half of this demo because I'll show you how to handle that. But if you can log in using the web-based Teams app, you don't have to use the desktop app with your other accounts, then use profiles in Edge as a way to keep yourself signed in. It makes life so much easier. So let's look at how we do it. Right, so I'm here on my desktop, and I'm going to open a profile on Microsoft Edge. And you can do the same in Google, but if you're going to use Microsoft, since you're using a Microsoft account, you'll probably want the security of Microsoft Edge. So here I am, I've launched a browser window in Edge, and up in the upper right corner, you'll see that I have a profile picture. So I'm going to create multiple profiles, each one for a different account. So I'm going to click on that profile picture. Now you'll notice I already have quite a few set up. Each of these is a totally separate login, secure login at a Microsoft account. So how do I actually add a profile? Let's add one. Down at the very bottom, it says add profile. So I'm going to click onto that. And it's just asking me to confirm that I truly want to add a profile. So I'm going to click add. And now I have a brand new profile. What I want to do is sign in to sync that data. I'm going to sign in, and I'm going to choose a different account or one of the ones that's listed that I haven't already done. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to click continue. And it might ask me for my password or not, depending on if you've logged in before. So here I've got it. I can set it up to kind of have a different look and feel. So I can set each profile to have a different look and feel. I'm going to click next. I can even add to my taskbar. You'll notice over here on the right-hand side, I have a taskbar. So I can add things like Microsoft Office, and look, there it is. So when I get to launch this browser window, of course I can type office.com, but I can also simply click Microsoft Office on my taskbar. I could add Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, whichever, or none. I don't have to. And then I click finish. And now I have a brand new profile all set up. So from here, what you'll want to do is go to office.com. And then you'll want to sign in. And then you'll need to add your information. If it's not showing on your pick an account list, click use another account, type your username and your password, and follow the prompts. Since I'm using this particular account, I'm simply going to click onto it. So now I'm here. I am in this account. And the next time I come to this profile, I won't have to sign in and out of Teams. I can launch Teams right here. It'll keep me signed in, or at least it'll shorten the sign-in process. Now I can also do things up in the upper right corner. For example, I can click onto my profile picture and I can choose Manage Profile Settings. Now, depending on the organization and what they allow you to do, you might be able to add a profile picture. I'm going to click onto that 3-dot ellipses here, and I'm going to choose Edit. So here I can give my profile a name. So I'm going to call this STLCC to help me know which profile I'm working in. I can change this organization, allows me to change pictures, possibly. So I'm just, again, following this security within Microsoft. All right, so it's actually telling me, no, I cannot actually change the picture. So they've changed it. After I added mine, they changed their permissions, and that's okay. It might just be my initials, but that's fine. All I need is this profile all set up. So I click update, and now my profile is listed. So if I were to exit this profile, click back into a different Edge browser, and scroll down, I will find STLCC, the profile I just created. So this just allows me to very quickly sign in without having to log in and out of Teams every time. Okay, now what if you do have to use the desktop app every single time you sign into this account? Let me show you another way that you could have multiple accounts on your computer and not have to keep logging in and out every single time. So the other way that you can make accessing Microsoft Teams a little bit easier is a little bit more in-depth. And again, I use this method only if it's imperative that I use the Teams desktop app. I can't use the Windows-based app, or sorry, the browser-based app. So again, this is a little more in depth. We're going to be creating different computer accounts, different user accounts on the computer so that we can shift back and forth between the users. And then we'll set up each of those accounts in that separate browser user account. We'll set everything up in Microsoft there. So again, this requires a little bit of doing, but once it's done, it's really kind of cool. So I'm going to locate that Windows bar, and I'm going to click the Windows icon, and I'm going to type in settings at the top. And actually, when I do that, it comes up. So if I type in settings, I'll be able to find the settings app, and I can open it. I'm just going to click open. And now I am in my settings, and I need to go to accounts here on the left. And I'm going to be adding other users. So I click on the bar, other users, and I'm going to add other users. So I'm going to click add account. Now I do need to create new Microsoft accounts here, unless I already have done that in the past, and these cannot be work accounts. So it's important that you understand that. You can't add your work account here for your computer access. But don't worry, this is a dummy account that we're never going to use. It's just for signing in your new profile. So I'm going to click, I don't have this person's sign-in information. And I need to get a new email address. You can't do it with add a user without a Microsoft account. So just get a new email address, and then you can choose what that email is going to be. Now, I'm going to make it very simple. I'm going to type in, let's see, Wenzler, and then the name of the account I want to add. I can type a little bit better. Okay, and I can choose if I want Outlook or Hotmail. I'm going to leave it Outlook. Again, it doesn't matter because I'm not using this account. It's simply for logging in. I'm going to click Next. And then I need to create a password. So I'm going to give it a nice secure password. I don't need to receive tips and offers. And I click Next. And then I need to just add my name. And I'm just going to keep this, again, simple. Add my actual name. Click Next. All right, so now I have this brand new account. I can change the account type. So I can make it from a standard user. I could make them an administrator. That way this account can add apps. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change it to an administrator account. So I'm an administrator on every account that I create. If I need to remove this at a later time, I'm going to follow the process. Just come here and click remove, and all data and everything will be taken off. All right, so let's see what happens. I'm going to exit settings. And now let's say I want to change to that account. So I'm going to click on Start, and I'm going to click on my Wenzler name here. Now look at that. There is my brand new computer account. So when I click into this computer account, it's going to ask me to sign in. So I need to remember that password that I created. I need to write this down somewhere and not lose it. So I sign in with that username, this username, password, and follow the prompts. Once I'm in, I'll be in a desktop that will look exactly like this. It just won't have all my files on it because it's creating a new user account on this computer, keeping them separated. From there, I would launch my Teams app because Teams is installed across all users. I'd launch Teams, I'd launch Office. I'll do all of my sign-ins there. And then when I switch to that profile the next time, all of my data is saved. So I don't have to log out of my Teams app here on this profile. I can switch to my new profile, and it will automatically sign me into my Teams desktop app there. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration, some ideas of how you can manage multiple Microsoft accounts, couple of different ways. And again, it just depends. Try them both. If one doesn't work, you can delete profiles in Edge, you can delete accounts, and you don't have to keep them if you're not satisfied. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much again for joining today. As promised, my contact information is up on the screen. If you do find yourself in need of support, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help in whatever way you need. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And again, thank you. Cheers.